When all your friends are over, there's nothing like some couch party games that bring back the nostalgia and screen cheating of the old days. While most AAA titles seem to have long forgotten the joys of couch gaming, the indie scene pounced on the opportunity and have started releasing some real bangers that my friends and I are always keen to try when we're in the same room. What's made things even easier is the Steam Deck, which has now become my perfect device for playing party games on the big screen. I simply use any USB-C dock or HDMI dongle, and I can bring my entire Steam library to anyone's house. What's more is the controller support for almost any device you can think of. I bet some TV remotes would even hook up to this thing. You can use your PS4 controller, your Xbox One controller, anything from Nintendo, and it works perfectly and seamlessly on the deck. So because of all of this, I'm going to share some of our favorites and you'll be surprised what number one is. So in no particular order, here we go. Runbow. It takes the gameplay and the runner genre and twists it on its head by changing and adding colors. Yes, colors because the background and foreground colors are constantly changing and often to the beat of the smooth jazzy music, which will affect the platforms you can see and also those that your character can interact and platform off. These color mechanics make Runbow a unique and exciting game to play. In the campaign mode, you play as your own character named Hugh, who must navigate through different levels, each with their own set of challenges and obstacles. As you progress, the background and foreground colors change rapidly, and you must adapt to those changes to stay alive. For example, if a platform is on the same color as the background, it will disappear, and you will fall to your death if you step on it. But if the platform is the same color as the foreground, it will remain solid, allowing you to stand and continue on. Some levels will have waterfalls of different blues and hues, while others will have the same color as the background, which will cause you to fall through. You may have to avoid enemies that are only visible when the background changes, or lasers in different colors that you can only pass when it matches. And damn did my friends and I find the laser levels difficult to navigate as a group. The icing on the cake is that all the campaign levels can be played with a group of up to 8 friends locally, where it's essentially the last man standing wins, and even a single player makes it to the end, then you continue on. Furthermore, the game offers a variety of modes including online multiplayer, King of the Hill, Arena, and Color Master, each with its own unique gameplay mechanics to keep you coming back. Overall, Runbow is a must play for fans of the runner, and if you like games like speedrunners, this is the one for you. Also, its unique and challenging gaming experience, there's nothing else quite like it, and how they mix up and play on the mechanic to keep giving you creative ideas is really something special. Ultimate Chicken Horse is very popular on Steam. It's a party game that challenges players to build levels together and then race to the finish, but the catch is you make the level more difficult for yourself and your friends and still make it to the end yourself. The game features a wide range of obstacles and traps that you can place in the level, including spikes, ice blocks, buzz saws, and more. You can add those platform blocks as well and other elements to help you get through the level, but bearing in mind that this also helps the other players. Once the level is built, players race through it, trying to be the first one to the finish line. The game features a variety of different characters to choose from, including, of course, in the name, a chicken, a horse, a sheep, and a raccoon, and a plethora of more. The game also offers a variety of game modes, including party mode, which allows you to play up to 4 players locally. It also includes online mode. There's single player mode, where you can practice building and play levels on your own and see if you can time trial them. Overall, fun and simplistic game where they've really taken a simple concept and literally ran with it. Pummel Party is essentially Mario Party for PC with up to 8 friends, and is what you get when you take the variety of boards, minigames, and challenges, and then add a more brutal style on top. One of the most exciting aspects of this game is the wide range of minigames that you can play, and these games include everything from racing to platformers to trivia and puzzles. Each minigame is unique and requires different skills and strategies to win, which keeps the gameplay fresh and exciting, which is in contrast to Mario Party, which does seem to have too many luck-based games these days. The classic power-ups are also featured in the game, but instead of mushrooms and dice, you'll be using pistols, nukes, shotguns, and the likes to blow up your enemies and gain an edge, or just team up on that one really good player who wins all the minigames. Pummel Party has the standard board game mode. In this, you'll be taking turns rolling dice and moving around the board, collecting coins and completing challenges, and the first player to collect the stars of Pummel Party wins the board game, and you'll be battling your friends trying to steal and then work your way to your own trophies. And then we have the full Steam Workshop support that was just added into the game, meaning that you can pretty much have everything from Mario Party. Modders can now make boards, minigames, items, and more, so the potential is really awesome with this one, and we've already seen fan favorites and ports of the Mario minigames as well. What we like most about this one is the fact that 8 friends can play in a Mario Party type game with more competitive levels, so there's actually skill involved, and we always get a laugh at the different power-ups and abilities and how you can murder your friends brutally. Just chasing the main items on the board is sometimes more fun than the trophies. Overall, if you're looking for a fun and addictive party game that takes the Mario Party formula and doesn't really add too much or innovate on the genre but has a solid foundation and works with 8 friends, this one's pretty chaotic. Stick Fight the game is a really funny one. It takes the simplistic stickmen fighting each other to death and then makes it absolutely chaotic and crazy and insane. This game offers intense and thrilling multiplayer fights. The items drop on the map that can be picked up by different players and then used to kill each other, and you just don't know what you're getting. Sometimes you'll have a snake bazooka that shoots snakes at your opponents, but also the snakes can go for you as well. And then what adds to the craziness on top is the different maps, and you'll get dropped into these scenarios where you've got crates falling over or crates are moving. The platforms themselves can rotate and shift as well, and then depending on the items that drop and the power-ups, it's just going to completely change the matches every time. The Stick Fight is super easy to pick up and play with a bunch of friends. Anyone can jump in and make it look easy. It's up to 4 players, unfortunately, but if you are looking for something similar and want that 8-player experience like Pummel Party, you can also go with Duck Game.
Introducing Duck Game, Adult Swim's new Steam game about ducks. Grab some friends, choose a hat, then shoot each other in the face.
Which offers the same type of gameplay, but of course you're playing a duck instead of a stickman, and is a little bit less chaotic in terms of the maps, but the items in Duck Game do make up for that with some of the crazy stuff you can get, such as the mind control gun as well. Either way, both of these titles are worth checking out. If you're just after 4-player action, Stick Fight is the one to go, but then 8-player, definitely Duck Game is worth checking out as well. Towerfall Ascension is another very popular title, so I won't spend too long talking about this one, but essentially you and your friends are battling in a tower as archers that can get power-ups and different abilities to shoot down each other. You only have a limited supply of arrows, so you have to use them carefully, but you can also pick up your friends and your own to get more ammunition. It now has up to 6 players with different characters, different power-ups, and the overall likes. It's very similar to a lot of the other games on the list, but it adds enough of an interesting spin with the bows and arrows, and then also the types of bosses and things that you encounter as well. Tricky Towers. If you like Tetris but want a different style on the genre and something a bit less competitive but also more chaotic and crazy, in that you have to build a tower with Tetris blocks while your friends and yourself can get power-ups that can either help you build your tower or make your life a misery and living hell when they send your tower toppling down and then you have to restart from scratch. Tricky Towers is just a great title to start playing when your friends come over. Everyone has played Tetris before, so they're going to easily pick this up and know what to do, but then the extra strategy behind sabotaging your friends is always fun and evens the playing field as well. Now, I have saved the best to last. This is normally our favorite and go-to game whenever we have 4 people over, and it looks so stupid. If you look at the screen right now, you're just seeing a bunch of ninjas populate the screen and walking around. So what are you actually doing? Well, this is hidden in plain sight. It's 2 to 4 player, and it has a bunch of different modes now that you can play through, and essentially you play as a ninja. And if you've ever played the old Assassin's Creed multiplayer games or The Ship, then you sort of know what's going on here. You're all a ninja on the screen, and at first you have to find where you are and where you're actually standing, and your goal is to either assassinate the other ninja players or touch all of the statues in the initial game mode. Now that sounds really simple, right? There's lots of ninjas on the screen, you just have to find the other ones, but all the AI look exactly the same as you and walk around the same as well. The goal being that if a player does walk through a statue or in the other different modes, which I'll explain in a second, a sound effect does go off to give you some indication of who they are. So with this, you have to try and kill the other ninjas and be the last one standing. There's heaps of other modes, such as the Catch a Thief, which there is a sniper team versus the thief team. And then also our favorite, which is Death Race, where you can only press a button to go forward, but every character can move forward. They can also run, which the AI cannot do, whereas the AI can only walk across the screen, and your goal is to get to the end of the race without dying. You're also Each player also has a sniper bullet that they can use to shoot one of the other players, but of course if they shoot one of the AI, it doesn't do anything. Now I don't think I'm doing it justice just explaining this game. It looks so stupid from what you're seeing on screen, but it is absolutely hectic and so much fun. It really is our go-to because of the different game modes, but just how much fun we had with it and the laughs and stories that were told. Just from how stupid we could kill some of the other characters or win the death race just by sprinting to the end straight away and people shot the wrong character. This game sells for peanuts on Steam. It's always very cheap, but it's definitely worth your time. If you ever have a few bucks to spend, please pick up this title. It's amazing. You will not regret it. Even if it's just for a few hours, you will enjoy this one. So that's it, everyone. Those are my game recommendations for today. If you did like them, please share a comment of which one was your favorite. Also like the video for that YouTube algorithm gold. And I hope to see you next time.